Building AI agents is not just prompting, you need tools, memory, RAG, workflows, evaluation, and real-world automation skills. Let's begin with AI agents need more than prompts. Building AI agents is not just writing a clever prompt. A real agent needs a goal, tools, memory, data, workflow logic, and safety checks. It should know when to answer, when to retrieve information, and when to use a tool. It should also know when to stop and ask a human. That is why agent building is becoming a full skill set. If you learn the right skills in order, AI agents become much easier to understand. This roadmap will show the 7 skills beginners should learn first. That sets up your roadmap in one view. This roadmap has 7 core skills. First, understand LLM basics and how models reason with text. Second, learn prompt and context engineering. Third, learn tools, APIs, and MCP-style connections. Fourth, learn RAG for knowledge-grounded answers. Fifth, learn memory and state. Sixth, learn workflow orchestration. Seventh, learn evaluation, safety, and monitoring. With your roadmap in one view in mind, the next piece is what makes an AI agent different. A chatbot usually responds to a message. An AI agent tries to complete a task. It can plan steps, use tools, remember state, and adjust based on results. For example, a support agent may read a ticket, search a policy, draft a reply, and ask for approval. That makes agents more powerful than simple chat. It also makes them more risky if they are poorly designed. So the first step is understanding the agent loop. That idea leads directly to skill 1, LLM Foundations. The first skill is understanding large language models. You do not need advanced math to begin. But you should know what tokens are. You should understand that models predict text based on context. You should know why models can be useful, uncertain, or wrong. This foundation helps you design agents more realistically. An agent is only as reliable as the model behavior you understand. Once skill 1, LLM Foundations is clear, what to practice for LLM basics becomes much easier to understand. Start by learning how prompts become model inputs. Practice asking the same question with different context. Notice how answers change when context changes. Learn why models may hallucinate without reliable grounding. Practice asking for assumptions and uncertainty. This builds judgment. Agent builders need judgment, not just tool knowledge. From there, the next practical step is skill 2, prompt and context engineering. Once you understand LLMs, learn prompt and context engineering. Prompt engineering tells the model what to do. Context engineering gives the model the right background, rules, examples, and constraints. For agents, context is often more important than one perfect prompt. The agent needs the goal, available tools, user intent, and output format. Good context reduces guessing. It also makes agent behavior more consistent. This sets up the next important point, a better agent prompt structure. A useful agent prompt has a structure. Start with the role and task. Add the goal and success criteria. Add what tools the agent can use. Add constraints and safety rules. Add the expected output format. Finally, tell the agent when to ask for human help. That sets up skill 3, tools, APIs, and MCP. Agents become useful when they can use tools. A tool may search files, query a database, call an API, create a ticket, or run a calculation. To build agents, you must understand tool calling. You should also understand APIs at a basic level. MCP is becoming important because it standardizes how AI apps connect to external tools and data. This skill turns an agent from a talker into a worker. But tool access must be controlled carefully. With skill 3, tools, APIs, and MCP in mind, the next piece is tool use example, travel planning agent. Imagine a travel planning agent. A basic chatbot can suggest a travel plan. An agent can check dates, compare options, calculate budgets, and create an itinerary. Each step may need a different tool. The agent must know which tool to call and when. It must also explain the final recommendation clearly. This is why tool design is a core agent skill. That idea leads directly to skill 4, RAG and knowledge grounding. Agents often need facts outside the model's memory. That is where RAG becomes important. RAG means retrieval augmented generation. The system retrieves relevant documents or data before the model answers. This helps ground the answer in trusted information. RAG is useful for company policies, product manuals, contracts, and knowledge bases. Without grounding, agents may guess too much. Once skill 4, RAG and knowledge grounding is clear, RAG practice project becomes much easier to understand. A good beginner project is a document Q&A agent. Upload a small set of PDFs or notes. Create chunks from the text. Store them in a searchable index. Retrieve relevant chunks for each question. Ask the model to answer only from retrieved context. Then check whether the answer cites the right source. From there, the next practical step is skill 5, memory and state. An agent needs memory when tasks continue over time. Memory can store user preferences. State can track where the workflow currently is. For example, an agent may remember that a project is waiting for approval. It may remember previous tool results. It may remember the next step in a process. Without state, agents forget the workflow. This sets up the next important point, short-term versus long-term memory. There are different kinds of memory. Short-term memory helps during the current task. Long-term memory stores useful information across sessions. Workflow state tracks progress in a process. Tool memory stores results from previous actions. Not all information should be remembered. Good memory design includes privacy, relevance, and freshness. Good memory design includes privacy, relevance, and freshness. That sets up skill 6, workflow orchestration. A real agent does not only generate one answer. It moves through a workflow. It may plan, retrieve, call tools, review results, and ask for approval. Workflow orchestration controls this sequence. It decides what happens first, next, and last. It also handles retries, failures, and human checkpoints. This is where agent design becomes serious. With skill 6, workflow orchestration in mind, the next piece is single agent versus multi-agent workflows. Some workflows need only one agent. Other workflows work better with multiple agents. One agent may research. Another may analyze. Another may write. Another may review for quality and risk. Multi-agent systems are useful only when role separation improves the task. Do not add agents just to make the system look advanced. That idea leads directly to skill 7, evaluation and safety. The final core skill is evaluation and safety. An agent that works once in a demo may fail in real use. You need to test accuracy, tool use, source quality, and task completion. You need guardrails for unsafe actions. You need logs to understand what happened. You need human review for high-impact decisions. Reliable agents are measured, not just demonstrated. Once skill 7, evaluation and safety is clear, what to evaluate in an agent becomes much easier to understand. Evaluate more than the final answer. Check whether the agent understood the task. Check whether it used the right tool. Check whether retrieved sources were relevant. Check whether the answer followed instructions. Check whether it handled uncertainty properly. Check whether it stopped for human approval when needed. From there, the next practical step is human in the loop is a skill. Human review is not a weakness. It is a design feature. Some actions should never be fully automatic. Payments, legal advice, medical guidance, HR decisions, and customer-impacting actions need care. A good agent knows when to ask for approval. It should show evidence and explain the action. The human should make the final decision when risk is high. This sets up the next important point, Beginner Project 1, Personal Study Agent. Your first project can be a personal study agent. It takes a topic and creates a study plan. It explains concepts in simple language. It generates quiz questions. It tracks weak areas across a session. It does not need sensitive data or complex tools. This is a safe way to learn the agent loop. That sets up Beginner Project 2, Document Q&A Agent. Your second project can use RAG. Use a few trusted documents. Build a question-answering agent over those documents. Make the agent cite the relevant passage. Test it with questions where the answer exists. Test it with questions where the answer is missing. A good agent should say when the document does not contain the answer. With Beginner Project 2, Document Q&A Agent in mind, the next piece is Beginner Project 3, Workflow Assistant. Your third project can be a simple workflow assistant. Choose a small task like email triage, ticket classification, or meeting follow-up. The agent should classify the task. It should suggest next steps. It may draft a response. It should ask for approval before taking action. This teaches practical automation without losing control. That idea leads directly to recommended beginner tool stack. You do not need every tool at the start. Begin with Python or JavaScript basics. Learn one LLM API or Agent SDK. Learn basic tool calling. Learn one RAG stack with a vector database or search index. Learn one orchestration framework for workflows. Add MCP, evaluation, and monitoring as your projects become more advanced. Once recommended beginner tool stack is clear, a 12-week beginner roadmap becomes much easier to understand. Weeks 1 and 2, learn LLM basics and prompting. Weeks 3 and 4, learn context engineering and structured outputs. Weeks 5 and 6, learn tools, APIs, and function calling. Weeks 7 and 8, build a small RAG project. Weeks 9 and 10, add memory and workflow orchestration. Weeks 11 and 12, add evaluation, guardrails, and human review. By the end, you should have 3 small working agent projects. From there, the next practical step is common beginner mistakes. One mistake is starting with complex multi-agent systems too early. Another is giving tools too much permission. Another is ignoring evaluation. Some beginners build demos that cannot handle real errors. Some forget source grounding and verification. Some automate actions before designing approvals. Strong agent builders start small and test carefully. This sets up the next important point, final agent builder checklist. Before calling something an AI agent, check the basics. Does it understand the goal? Can it use the right tools safely? Can it retrieve trusted knowledge? Can it remember useful state? Can it follow a workflow? Can it be evaluated and monitored? Can a human review important actions? Can a human review important actions? That sets up final content recap. Building AI agents in 2026 requires more than prompting. Start with LLM basics. Add prompt and context engineering. Learn tools, APIs, and MCP-style connections. Use RAG to ground answers and knowledge. Add memory and workflow orchestration. Measure quality with evaluation, safety, logs, and human review. The best beginner path is simple: learn one skill, build one small project, then improve it. To wrap up, here is the key takeaway. You now have a structured overview of 7 skills to build AI agents in 2026, beginner roadmap. Review the core ideas, connect them to examples, and revisit concepts like AI agents need more than prompts, your roadmap in one view. What makes an AI agent different? When practicing. Subscribe to Easy Machine Learning Guide if you want to learn AI through simple explanations and real industry examples.